This is a really simple practice you can use if you're experiencing any level of anxiety. There are two thought patterns that often arise when we're experiencing anxiety. One is, I'm just an anxious person, or I've always been an anxious person. And another is, I just don't feel like anything's ever going to change. The impossibility of change. These thoughts are in and of themselves a part of the pattern of anxiety. They are a part of the thoughts, feelings, sensations, emotions, behaviors that are a part of that construct of anxiety. They are not truth. You are not an anxious person. You are somebody who is experiencing the pattern and the movement of energy that we feel as anxiety. And it is possible to change. And I know this because I have done it. I was sitting with a chap today and he is really intense anxiety. Like his whole body and energy field look completely deflated. His eyes have a lack of presence and aliveness in them. He's got a gazillion thoughts. He's got intrusive thoughts. Trouble sleeping, trouble eating, trouble digesting, a lot of tension in his solar plexus area, just in a complete pickle. And so we went outside to the patio and I just sat with him and listened to him for a little while. He wanted to express some of his experience. And this is the thing with anxiety and with any emotional pattern. It wants to be expressed. It wants to be seen. It wants to be heard. It wants to be held. And the feelings around anxiety, there's this sense of worthlessness. There's this sense of failure. There's this sense of everything being wrong and a comparison to others who are clearly living their best life while I'm failing at everything. It colours every aspect of our life as if nothing is going right and nothing ever will go right. These are not truth. And so after listening to him for a while, I asked him to close his eyes and to feel his body against the chair. Feel your legs and your bottom against the chair. Feel your shoulders against the backrest. And just start to notice the sounds around us. The rain on the canopy, the wind in the trees, the birds chirping, the group of people playing sports over there. And then I brought him back to his body. Feel the contact of your body against the chair, the pressure of your legs on the chair. One of his legs was actually shaking, so I included that into his awareness. Notice your leg shaking, your palms touching. And then again, take your hearing to the sounds around us. The cars on the road nearby. Expand your hearing further into the distance. The airplane in the sky. The guy who's way away speaking to someone on the phone. Expand your hearing as far as you can into the distance and hear every sound within that space. And feel your body on the chair. And after I had narrated a number of the sounds around us and brought him back to his body, to his shaking leg, out again to the sounds, I just went silent, closed my eyes, sat with him in silence for a few minutes as he just tuned in to his body and the sounds around him. And when he opened his eyes, there was a lightness to him. He looked lighter. Don't get me wrong, we have not fixed his entire anxiety pattern in 3 minutes, but in that moment in time there was space and there was lightness. And I said to him, how was that? Yeah, it just felt so nice to just be for a couple of minutes. And I said, yeah. That was the direct experience of the here and now. And what this does is it gives us proof that we are not the anxiety. He had that direct experience of feeling calm and peaceful for a moment. It shows us that we are not the pattern and that there is another option available to us. And so while he was in that sense of spaciousness, I said to him, is there anything that's going well in your life at the moment? Because again, anxiety paints our entire existence as if there's not a single thing that is going well. And he had that openness, so I directed his focus. And he spoke about his family being supportive, and I pointed out some other things that I knew of him. And we can use this practice, this ability to close our eyes and be with ourselves and hear the sounds around us when the anxiety arises. Can we listen to the thoughts and be aware of the sensations, like the shaking leg, in the same way that we're aware of the birds in the trees and the airplane in the sky and the rain on the canopy? Can we create that sense of separation between the awareness that we are and the thoughts and the sensations of the pattern that is arising within our experience? The more we can create that sense of separation, the more space we create. The more space we can hold that pattern within so that it can express itself without us becoming identified with it. And it's in that holding of the pattern that it can move, that it can start to dissolve. We become aware that we are the awareness of the pattern rather than the pattern itself. And we have now created a direct experience of being something other than the anxiety. We have the evidence that something else is available and that change is possible.